Good morning students, myself Ajit Pratap Singh. Today in video number 31st, I will tell you about shadows and also about solar and lunar eclipses. Okay. So first of all, I will tell you about shadows. As you know students, shadow is always formed when a light is blocked by an opaque object. Opaque object can be a book, can be a wall, etc. So let's understand with the help of some examples. First of all, I will tell you the example of a book in which whenever you will pass a light through a torch on the book, and if you will put the book on the table, then the light will be blocked by the book, as the book is a opaque object, as you all know, and the shadow will be formed at the behind of the book, as you know, of the black color. So for forming a shadow, it is important that screen is there, and in this case the screen is the table. Okay students, what is the shape of the shadow now? In what way is it similar to the shape of the book? Is it also different in some ways? Look carefully at the shadow. Is anything written or drawn on the book cover visible on the shadow? What is the color of the shadow? Is it similar to the color of the book or is it different? Take a book of a different color and perform the same activity. What is the color of the shadow now? Bring the torch near the book. How does the size and shape of the shadow change? Take the torch further away. What happens to the shadow? Replace the book now with a sheet of transparent plastic. How does the shadow change? Is it now much lighter? And if it is, then why? Now look at the shadow of a ball. The rays PA and PB will fall on the screen at X and Y respectively. All rays between PA and PB are stopped by the ball. The portion between X and Y will therefore be dark and will form the shadow. Okay students, as you can see in this diagram of 12.9 that a shadow is formed in the region where rays of light are stopped by an opaque object. In this case the opaque object is a ball and the shadow is formed in the form of X and Y respectively. Now I will tell you about activity 5, that is an experimental investigation of a formation of a shadow. Okay students, you can do this activity nearby your house as well. Stand with a friend in an open field in the dark at night. Now shine a torch upwards towards your friend's face. Make sure there is no building or trees behind. Can you see the shadow of your friend? Now ask another friend to hold a sheet of cardboard behind your friend. Can you now see the shadow of the sheet? Shadow on the sheet? No, there will not be any shadow because the screen is not available behind your friend. Now we'll talk about next picture. In this case, the screen is available in the form of cardboard. So now the shadow will be formed. So you can therefore see that a surface such as the cardboard sheet, the ground, or any other surface like a wall or building or a room is necessary to form a shadow. So such a surface is known as a screen. Now from the above activities we can conclude the following about a shadow. The shape of the shadow depends on two things. First one is what is the shape of the object, and second one is the position of the source of light. No matter what the color of the object, the color of the shadow cast by it is always black, and at sometimes in some portions it may be grey as well. Other than its shape, no details of the object can be seen on the shadow. A screen is necessary to form a shadow. Your shadow in sunlight changes in length and direction during the day as the sun changes its position in the sky. Okay students, as you can see in this diagram that during the morning and in the evening the shadow is larger, but in the noon or afternoon the shadow is shorter. Okay students, due to the position of the sun in the sky, it also changes in the sky. Now I will tell you about eclipses. As you know students that the sun is a source of light, but the earth and moon both are not. When the sunlight falls on the earth or the moon, they always cast shadow. The eclipses of the sun and the moon, which some of you may have seen, occur because of the shadows only. First one I will tell you about solar eclipse. Okay, when the sun, the moon and the earth come in a straight line with the moon in the middle, the shadow of the moon falls on some portions of the earth. Then a solar eclipse occurs from these areas on the earth. In the region C, the sun will be blocked totally at these places and a total solar eclipse can be seen. In the rest of the region between A and B, the sun will be partially blocked by the moon and a partial solar eclipse can be seen. Okay students, notice that during a solar eclipse, the dark side of the moon faces the earth. Therefore, a solar eclipse will always take place on a new moon day. As you can see in this diagram as well of a solar eclipse, that moon is in the middle and sun, moon and earth is on the straight line. Now I will tell you about lunar eclipse. A lunar eclipse, the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. When the sun, the earth and the moon come in a straight line with the earth in the middle, the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. When the moon is in a position A, the no light from the sun falls on it and we observe a total lunar eclipse. Okay students, in position B, a partial lunar eclipse can be seen. Notice that when a lunar eclipse occurs, its bright side faces the earth, that is, a lunar eclipse occurs on a full moon day. So this is the diagram of a lunar eclipse, as you can see, in which the earth is in the middle of sun and moon. So thank you students for watching this video. Have a great day.